Today on Animal Outtakes, we're riding along with a wildlife trapper and seeing what interesting animals we can find.
This type of business is not a job, it's a lifestyle.
Hello and welcome to Animal Outtakes. I'm Marcia Panucci. Whether you've got squirrels in your attic or something more sinister lurking in your backyard, you'll need the help of a wildlife trapper to evict those unwanted creatures. Today, we're riding along with these nuisance animal experts and seeing how no 2 days are exactly the same. Let's go.
As we pull up to our first call of the day, we find it buzzing with activity. Quite literally.
There's bees that are in a cable pedestal, so their cable has been kind of intermittently, and there's a big hive and comb that's out in the pedestal, so we're getting ready to extract the bees and then remove the hive and honey.
Christy Norris is a wildlife trapper spending the last 19 years trapping, eradicating, and relocating all kinds of animals. Her company was contracted by the cable company to take care of this hive.
Christy, what type of bees are these?
These are the European honeybees.
Now, we are all advocates of saving nature's
Absolutely, and
animals.
generally that is ours as well. We're removal and relocation. Unfortunately, in this situation, we were unable to do that. And also, the beekeepers wouldn't want them because it is a feral colony, it's not managed, and if we were to introduce that into their colony, it could cause colony collapse disorder. What that means is that they could carry in mites or different diseases and actually cause his managed colony to basically die, become sick, or to make it carry off. All the bees could go away.
For honeybees like these, the best places to build a hive are small cavities like this one. Rock crevices and hollows in trees are also ideal. The trouble comes in when they build too close to people or our homes.
Bees can be very destructive. When they build their honey and comb in their hive, what happens is once that fills up the wall, as they keep building and laying their larvae, the old hive and honey starts to rot. And then it brings in the roaches, the ants, and all that kind of stuff.
After putting on a protective bee suit, Christy's associate heads over to the cable pedestal to get started.
They're gonna start going everywhere.
Oh yeah.
Because what he's doing is dusting them and agitating them so that we can get to that hive and that honey. It's a very low residual dust that stays there. And then what happens is bees breathe through their skin. So once that dust gets on them, they can no longer breathe, and then they die. And it's gonna be hard for them to get off because that hive is compacted in there.
After a lot of pushing, pulling, prying, and dusting, Billy is finally about to get the cap off the pedestal.
The honey would not be good either.
The honey's not going to be good now, no.
Oh my.
He got stung.
As hives go, is this a small, medium, or large?
This is small. This is
Really?
mediocre, yes.
Yeah? Mediocre.
Mediocre.
So they're much larger.
Yes.
And so what is going to happen now? He's got them all swarming around him.
Correct.
What's the next
Within
step?
15-20 minutes, as you can see, they're already starting to dissipate. Then he'll go in and he'll remove that honey in that hive so that nothing reestablishes that.
Now, are they dissipating? Are they dying? Are they flying off? Where are they going?
90% of them are flying off. Some of them that are getting into that really low-grade apicide, those will die.
Christy warns if you encounter bees on your own, don't swat at them. Bees are attracted to movement, and if you kill one, it'll emit a smell that will attract more.
Because SWAT sends off, when you smack them, that sends off their pheromones and then they come at you.
Well,
So that's the part we don't want to do is SWAT sting. He has to walk away because they're going to keep, the pheromones are all on him. And sometimes we'll have to drive a block before he can safely get back in my car.
whoa.
You can see them all around him still.
Yeah.
Once most of the bees are gone, it's back to the business at hand. It takes Billy about 15 minutes to clear out all the hive from the cover.
Oh, it's all, yeah. I mean, normally he can just bump it in and it's open. But see it all? I mean, we're going on like 4 or 5 of them now. So that's the whole length of that because they build up and down.
It's important not to leave anything behind to prevent recolonization.
That's why you always, anytime if you see bees or wasps or anything like that, just spraying the wasp nest with wasp spray, they'll just come right back and rebuild it again. You'll kill those that are there, but you don't take care of the problem. Then what happens is honey robbers come in this particular instance, and they'll reestablish the hive. So that's why it's real important to remove that hive so they don't come back.
For Christy and Billy, dismantling this hive is nothing new.
Bees are a lot. We can have anywhere from 7 to 10 calls a week with bees.
Once Billy is finished and bee-free, it's off to the next stop. Here in Florida, we are plagued by invasive reptiles. One of the most well-known of these invasive animals is the Burmese python.
They are beautiful, but we have a real problem here in Florida. Can you tell us about it?
Sure. Burmese pythons, as you say, they have been around. We know that they've had established populations since the early 2000s, and they are very large snakes that are really unmissable once they get to be a certain size.
Fully grown, the Burmese python can be over 20 feet long and weigh over 100 pounds. However, most of the ones found in Florida range between 8 and 10 feet.
Do you have any idea what the lifespan is of the Burmese python?
Sure, in captivity they can live maybe about 20 years or so, and most animals in captivity tend to live a little bit longer than they would in the wild.
The Burmese python is yellowish tan to light brown in color and has darker blotches along its back and sides, but their belly is unmarked. The head has a dark V-shaped blotch with a tan line down the center. This particular snake is an albino, meaning it lacks pigment in the skin. Therefore, her dark spots appear more yellow or butterscotch in color.
They're a beautiful snake, as snakes go. But they are disturbing our ecosystem greatly. How do they manage to do that?
Well, they are large predators, and they prey on a variety of vertebrates like birds and mammals. They can even eat large mammals like deer, even alligators they've been known to consume.
Now, are they venomous?
They are not venomous.
Another animal that likes Florida's warmth is the tegu lizard, which is native to South America.
They're actually quite beautiful when they're little. They've got cute little green heads and make really attractive little pets, but they do grow very quickly. When they're adults, they can be over 4 feet long, weigh maybe about 17 pounds, and they are black with white stripes and splotches on their bodies.
A quick look tells me it's a monitor, but it's not.
You're right. Monitor lizards are a little bit different. Their necks are longer, their heads are a little smaller. So a tegu, there's a few varieties of tegus, and their necks are much shorter, very stocky bodied, and all of the tegus are from South America.
So where do we find them here in Florida?
In Florida, we do have 2 established breeding populations. One of them is in South Florida. The other one is around the Riverview area.
That's close.
Yeah, it is not too far from here. But you know, the good news is that we do have our agents that are out working with both populations, and we also have a number of different organizations that we partner with to help us to pinpoint the locations of these animals and then to remove them when possible.
Are they coming closer, moving, migrating? They're going to be everywhere?
They can if we did nothing. If nobody was there to prevent them from breeding or spreading, that is a possibility. We do know that these 2 populations are distinct. That means that they happened at 2 different times, that they are 2 instances of release or an escape into the wild of the population.
The FWC is studying these invasive reptiles, gaining valuable information about them and how they are surviving in Florida.
And it is really important for us to find out things like what they're eating, if they're eating animals that are threatened or protected in Florida, which now we know they are. Also to find out how quickly they reproduce, how quickly they reach an age where they can reproduce, how fast they're growing. So there is a lot of data that we can collect from these animals once we have them at our facility.
If you see a tegu lizard or a Burmese python, call the FWC or report it online.
And the best thing to do is to take a picture if it's possible, but do not approach the animal because they will defend themselves if they feel threatened.
Still ahead on Animal Outtakes.
If you look, there's absolutely nothing here, and there hasn't been for over a month.
We're on the lookout for some wild pigs tearing up a local neighborhood. But first, we're picking up some pesky peafowl.
Hi, I'm Marcia Panucci, founder of the Dante's Den Foundation.
And I'm Ron Dixon, the Executive Director out at the Dens. Dante's Den has come a long way since its inception to where we are now.
We've helped hundreds of dogs since we've opened, but now we need your help.
We sure do, Marcia. Dante's Den needs great volunteers to help us feed, walk, and play with all of our furry friends.
So come on out and enjoy our 50 acres of beautiful countryside where you can also feed miniature Holstein cows.
And their babies.
And Hee-Haw.
The donkey.
And Buttercup.
A beautiful miniature horse.
If you would like to be a part of our joyful community of dogs, please visit dantesden.org.
Or call us toll free at 844-DANTES-DEN. That's 844-366-8336.
Come on out today and see what makes us so special.
For thousands of years, we've been humans' best friend. You've been through a lot, and we've been right there with you. A dog is part of the family, a confidant, and a friend who always knows how to get into your heart. So what happens to our beloved companions when we can no longer care for them? This is why we've created Dante's Den, an innovative, state-of-the-art facility that will provide care for up to 100 dogs.
Dante's Den is a community for joyful dogs.
Millions of Americans face uncertainty when planning for the future of beloved pets who may well outlive them. Dante's Den is a charitable organization. So in whatever capacity you can, please lend your support so that we may continue this most wonderful work.
Dante and I would like to thank you for watching and for also opening up your hearts to our wonderful community of joyful dogs.
Learn about the many ways you can become involved by visiting dantesden.org.
For me, it started with one hit of sardines. Oh, sardines. That's where I learned to beg. And it was easy to score free fish. I mean, hey, with this dolphin smile, yeah, it's illegal, but no one cares. I had a monkey on my back, man. I was jonesing for people food, hanging out under boats, dodging props and hooks, and doing dangerous stuff that I'm ashamed to admit. Look, I know that I can kick this if people would just stop feeding me.
We're spending the day tagging along with some wildlife trappers. So far, we've helped eradicate a colony of bees and learned a bit about some invasive reptiles. Now we're out on Longboat Key in southwest Florida, trapping some birds that are far from their native homes.
These are peafowl. The village has been bombarded with an overabundance of peafowl.
It's estimated there's anywhere between 75 and 100 peacocks and peahens living in this neighborhood.
Peacocks are an absolute nuisance here in the village. They cause damage to vehicles. They cause damage to property. And they're very noisy, and also their feces is full of disease, and it's also very messy. They're very destructive.
What do they do?
They'll actually get on cars because they think that they're seeing their reflection, and they'll actually scratch the cars. They will pluck out for nesting material. They'll pluck out, like if people have patio furniture, they'll pluck the filling out of that. And again, very messy birds.
Peacocks are not native to Florida. They're actually found in India and Sri Lanka. Despite being foreign to the state, they're not considered an invasive because they don't threaten any indigenous animals.
They'll live anywhere. They're very, they can live anywhere habitat-wise, warm climates. We're not going to find peafowl up north or anything like that, but anywhere where it's tropical, those kind of things.
This is the second time Christy has been hired to trap and relocate the flock, and she says they are smarter than they look.
They get trap smart. They became trap shy because they knew if I go in there, I'm not coming back out. It's a live trap, but of course, when we go in to remove them and take them to their destination, that, they see what happens.
The peacocks are most recognizable for their plumage.
The males are the colorful birds, and that's for defense, so that any predators would not attack the females. They're guarding their females.
When not on display, the feathers create a train that is more than half the length of the entire bird. The tail feathers have beautiful eye markings of blue, gold, and red, among other hues. It makes for a unique defense mechanism.
Well, those are actually to look like eyes. and that's to ward off predators. And then they will also, when they're attracting their females, they'll do a dance with their feathers and wave them around, flash them around, open, close them, fan them out, and that attracts his female.
It's said the size, color, and quality of the feathers is how the peahens choose their mate. While some residents love the birds, many think they have overstayed their welcome.
They'd like to keep a few. They'd like to keep some males just because they are so beautiful, but they don't want to keep as many as they have now.
After taking care of a few peacocks, it was time to head to eastern Manatee County for our last call of the day.
Jeff, we're in Bradenton, Florida. Tell me, what are we heading towards over here?
This is called a corral trap. It's approximately 30 feet in circumference and has a repeating door on it.
Okay.
So you can catch multiple feral pigs in it at one time.
Okay.
It's not just a one and done type situation.
You heard right. Feral pigs. These wild animals have been running amok, and Jeff's crew has corralled over 3 dozen pigs in just a few months.
So why the traps in the first place?
The damage that pigs can do in just one night to a freshly sodded yard or anything like that is just incredible.
Okay.
You know, thousands of dollars in each yard in one single night. You can wake up of a morning and it looked like an excavator came through your yard.
So are you putting pig treats in here or what, some kind of bait?
Yeah, we use soured corn mostly, and we have had what we call the pig toy, which is a PVC pipe with whole kernel corn in it. And as they root it around, it dispenses corn out to them. There's holes drilled in it.
Okay.
So it keeps them active, it takes the stress away while they're in the pen.
While traditionally nocturnal, Jeff says he spotted these animals roaming around during the daytime, which could mean potential encounters with people.
Are these pigs going to be aggressive or?
They can be. It depends on if, you know, it's like anybody, they protect their young. Most of the time they're not going to be an aggressive type situation, but if they have young there, yes, they definitely will stand their ground and not let you.
So the best thing to do at that point would just be sort of back away? And
Slowly walk away. Yep, just slowly back out and, you know, just
sort of
leave
treat
nature
it like a mean dog. Or...
Mean dog, rattlesnake, or anything else. Yep.
Okay.
Still ahead.
So we just came to look at all this damage and check our trapping data, and we've got some little friends in there.
Our day on the job with the trappers snags a family of wild pigs. More on that when Animal Outtakes returns.
For thousands of years, we've been humans' best friend. You've been through a lot, and we've been right there with you. A dog is part of the family, a confidant, and a friend who always knows how to get into your heart. So what happens to our beloved companions when we can no longer care for them? This is why we've created Dante's Den, an innovative, state-of-the-art facility that will provide care for up to 100 dogs.
Dante's Den is a community for joyful dogs.
Millions of Americans face uncertainty when planning for the future of beloved pets who may well outlive them. Dante's Den is a charitable organization, so in whatever capacity you can, please lend your support so that we may continue this most wonderful work.
Dante and I would like to thank you for watching and for also opening up your hearts to our wonderful community of joyful dogs.
Learn about the many ways you could become involved by visiting dantesden.org.
Hi, I'm Marcia Panucci, founder of the Dante's Den Foundation.
And I'm Ron Dixon, the executive director out at the Dens. Dante's Den has come a long way since its inception to where we are now.
We've helped hundreds of dogs since we've opened, but now we need your help.
We sure do, Marcia. Dante's Den needs great volunteers to help us feed, walk, and play with all of our furry friends.
So come on out and enjoy our 50 acres of beautiful countryside where you can also feed miniature Holstein cows.
And their babies.
And Hee-Haw.
The donkey.
And Buttercup.
A beautiful miniature horse.
If you would like to be a part of our joyful community of dogs, please visit dantesden.org.
Or call us toll-free at 844-DANTES-DEN. That's 844-366-8336.
Come on out today and see what makes us so special.
Thanks to my volunteer, I am a better eater.
Thanks to my volunteer, math seems simple now.
Thanks to my volunteer, I discovered new career goals.
I'm a volunteer for Sarasota County Schools, so I know I can make a difference. And you can too. Give an hour, change a life.
Hurricane season is here, and Suncoast weather can go from this to this in seconds. So when severe weather threatens, count on the official Suncoast Storm Team at ABC7.
We're armed with the most advanced weather technology so that we can bring you storm warnings faster and with more detail than ever before.
Plus, we focus on the Suncoast and track storms right down to your neighborhood.
On air, online, and on your mobile device. Turn to the official Suncoast Storm Team at ABC7. We're here for you. Hurricane season is here, and so is the official Suncoast Hurricane Guide from ABC7. This essential resource arms you with vital information you need to protect your family and property when severe weather threatens the Suncoast, including how to create your readiness plan and survival kit, shelter locations, what to do with pets, and important phone numbers. Visit mysuncoast.com and download the official Suncoast Hurricane Guide from ABC7. Brought to you by the Florida Lottery.
Eastern and Western medicine, if you put the two together, can really optimize the pet health, comfort, longevity. We have limits in Western medicine, we have limits in Eastern medicine, but you can put the two together and really favorably affect the outcome for these pets, keep them comfortable, really improve the quality of life.
After some pesky birds and invasive bees, we've come to our last stop of the day with our friend Jeff, a wildlife trapper. We're in eastern Bradenton in Manatee County, Florida, in a neighborhood that has had some trouble with wild pigs.
And then how often do you check the traps once it's
every day,
set up, ready to go?
Every day.
Once a day or?
At least once a day.
At least once a day.
This particular trap is a corral trap, which is able to trap and hold several pigs at once.
So after the first one falls, then these doors come down, and then the pigs can independently go through these doors, and it closes after each one.
But today, there were no pigs to be found in this corral.
Yeah, but see, if you look, there's absolutely nothing here, and there hasn't been for over a month.
We've got a mom in there with some piglets, don't we?
We do.
Jeff, there's no doubt that we see this mama pig with her 5 piglets, and our heart is opening to them. But
I understand.
But we also see the destruction. One outweighs the other, does it not?
I think from a trapper's point of view is I'm here and I'm hired to do a job. And even though as compassionate I am about animals, the destruction has to be addressed. And you know, us being able to remove these pigs is a huge hurdle for this community and the destruction that they're receiving. Because it's not just this one house. We've got 30 houses like this in this community that have got this damage, which equals tens of thousands of dollars worth of sod replacement, which means impact fees for the homeowners associations and stuff that really dip into people's pockets that sometimes may or may not be able to afford it.
How long do you think she's been in there?
Probably coming this afternoon. We've been catching her somewhere between noon and 2 o'clock on this camera.
They won't be in that trap too long, though.
Once we find them in the trap, the first thing we want to do is get them out of here. We want to be, you know, keep them less stressed that we can, you know, where it's not very stressful for them, and just kind of let her be calm, and we'll get a transport trap in here and move her out.
When considering the full cost of these animals, not just here, but all over the country, the numbers are staggering.
Yeah, the economic costs from feral pigs throughout the U.S. is in the billions. It affects agricultural, it affects, you know, residential. They can, in some places, because of their defecations, can ruin water supplies and different things. So there's a lot bigger picture sometimes than a few cute pigs in the backyard.
Sure.
34 pigs that we've caught out of this homeowners association in the last 3 months. So when you compact this damage from this little bunch of pigs by all the rest, it's very, very large.
We'll be right back.
Thanks to my volunteer, I am a better eater.
Thanks to my volunteer, math seems simple now.
Thanks to my volunteer, I discovered new career goals.
I'm a volunteer for Sarasota County Schools, so I know I can make a difference. And you can too. Give an hour, change a life.
At ABC7, it's all about being here for you. ABC7 News at 7 with award-winning investigative journalist Alan Cohn. In-depth reporting and debate on important issues and stories in our community with a featured topic of the day and a live roundtable discussion with community leaders and newsmakers. Plus a quick recap of the day's top stories and weather. ABC7 News at 7, weeknights. Now more than ever, we're here for you, Suncoast.
We're losing exotic animals on a daily basis, and the ones that we have in captivity are really the ambassadors for their wild counterparts. I'm Clayton Rozier from the Big Cat Habitat and Gulf Coast Sanctuary, housing over 150 exotic animals that needed a great home. And if you love animals, please help them. Do it locally. Support your local no-kill shelters, your local wild animal sanctuaries. Make a difference where you can.
Hurricane season is here, and Suncoast weather can go from this to this in seconds. So when severe weather threatens, count on the official Suncoast Storm Team at ABC7.
We're armed with the most advanced weather technology so that we can bring you storm warnings faster and with more detail than ever before.
Plus, we focus on the Suncoast and track storms right down to your neighborhood.
On air, online, and on your mobile device. Turn to the official Suncoast Storm Team at ABC7. We're here for you.
Animal Outtakes is produced by Dante's Den Foundation, a nonprofit group dedicated to creating the best life for dogs. If you would like to learn more about Dante's Den, donate, or volunteer, visit our website, dantesden.org.
That's it for this episode of Animal Outtakes. Thanks for coming along with us as we followed in the footsteps of a wildlife trapper and got to see the challenges firsthand.
Join us again next week for another outstanding animal adventure.
See you then.
She looks so serious. Like,
I didn't know where to go with it.
I mean, I got her toddler.
Another outstanding animal adventure.
See you then. I have been chewing my hair the whole time.
Monday at 5 on ABC7's Good Morning Suncoast.
Hello, I'm Rebecca Vargas.
And I'm Don Brennan. Texting while walking, sending emails while talking. Multitasking is part of our daily lives, but it can do more harm than good.
Monday on Good Morning Suncoast will show you how it has a negative effect on physical and mental health. John?
Well, a little bit of a lull in our rainfall chances next week. We'll talk about that bright and early.
Monday at 5 on ABC7's Good Morning Suncoast. We're here for you.
Monday at 4 on Suncoast View.
We're starting the week on a sophisticated and classy note. I'm Stephanie Roberts. On Suncoast View, we're talking and trying caviar and learning how local groups are working to keep it sustainable right here on the Suncoast. We love new ideas. We'll meet local entrepreneurs with our economic buzz expert, plus how to protect your pets from heat exhaustion. And Ruth's Chris joins us in the kitchen.
Monday at 4 on Suncoast View.
Hurricane season is here, so when severe weather threatens, count on the official Suncoast Storm Team at ABC7.
We bring you storm warnings faster and with more detail than ever before.
And track storms right down to your neighborhood.
On air, online, and on your mobile device. Turn to the official Suncoast Storm Team at ABC7. We're here for you. The all-new official Suncoast forecast. Only on ABC7. ABC7, your Suncoast News. We're here for you weeknights at 5.